Hello everyone, Trigan here. Welcome back to Growler's Farm. Don't forget, if you like this video, tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe.
It's Farming Simulator 19.
You always give me grief if I forget the Growler's Farm bit.
Yeah, but I don't want you to forget the real name of the game either.
Fine. Picky. I gotta tell you, I'm in love with this machine. This has been going really well. I'm really enjoying it. It really helped if we turn down the machine too. I think it's cool how, you open it up and you get that little thing on the top. I don't think I've used, not this machine, but the equivalent machine since 15. I'm pretty sure 15 was the last time I did this. That is Farming Simulator 15. Close this and lift this a little bit. There we go. Because the last time I used it, it definitely didn't have the little chute at the top, or wasn't anywhere near as complicated to run. You just, turned it on and drove into the stuff. I'm pretty sure it must have been a different model, but in both senses of the word. But it's really cool. I've been putting 2 loads of TMR in here every day. This is the second one for today. And that's more than they're eating, at least at the moment. The number of cows obviously is steadily going up. And you can see we're still working on that same bunker full of food. The nice thing about that is we are going to have a nice buffer of food. Right now they're eating probably between 20 and 25,000 TMR per day. Which means that it's so hard to get turned when you back out without running into things. Which means that we'll have a couple days of food in there, of TMR in there, when it comes time to refill this bunker. So I may even, depending on situation when we get to the end of this, I may, like put more than 2 loads in here at once. But look at this, we've still got tons here, and this is pretty deep until you get to about here. So see how many of these we've gone through. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6. So yeah, we're not even halfway through this yet. When we reach this one here, we'll be halfway through here. So we've got several days left. Alright, so we need to get our harvest going for today, but we've also got some building to do.
Before we do that,
Yeah?
Growler wants a new truck.
What's wrong with these?
Not to replace those. These are nice trucks. Growler likes them. This needs maintenance.
Growler?
No, Growler wants a truck with maintenance supplies in it, because Growler is sick to death of banging this thing off the walls trying to get it into that workshop.
Oh. Yeah, I do like this workshop, but it is rather a problem if you've got to get long equipment in. It wouldn't be actually a problem if it weren't for this. But, well, actually, it probably would be a problem, but this is the biggie. Because if you come into here, it's almost impossible to get lined up so you can come in. And coming out, you really have to turn right at the last minute to keep from dragging, like the header, when we're towing the header, to keep from dragging the header. Alright, Growler wants a truck. I think, Growler, let's reset this. No, let's not. What the heck? I was going to say, I don't need to have it delivered, but let's have it delivered. Okay, you want a truck. Well, like this one?
No, I said one with tools.
With tools? Didn't we have a little, whatchamacallit, with tools? One of these little go-kart guys? Yeah, this Gator. This one right here, the Gator, didn't have tools? Where the heck did this one come from?
Growler added it. And that one.
Oh! Looks just like a regular truck.
Yeah, well, change of cargo.
diesel, but it carries diesel fuel. Seeds. Oh, it can carry all sorts of seeds.
Yeah, and you don't even need to do that. You can keep it for cargo, but it'll do maintenance.
I don't want strobe lights. Design. There we go.
Yeah, let's make it green like our other stuff.
Oh, you want the Fend colors on here? It's John Deere, Nature Green, Fend Classic. And then there's the Fend red wheels.
Yep, that's what Growler wants right there.
You're sure?
Yep.
It's over 46 grand.
Just buy it already.
Fine, whatever. I was going to say we're going to work on our buildings. I finally worked out what I want to do with them. All right. Well, seems no. We got a little toolbox next to us. All right. Oh, this has got a extended cab, king cab, not extended cab, a king cab. That's nice. Oh, I like the backup cam. Nice. All right, let's just pull alongside here. Okay. Now, how do we do this, Growler?
Open the gate.
Oh, we got a little laptop. Oh.
What'd you close it for, doofus?
Well, usually it's R. What key is it? Turn off trigger marker, enter vehicle. Oh, it's M. Okay. So we can repair this. Well, that's great. Let's go ahead and roll up and we can do the harvester. And get rid of that now. Alright, super. Well, that's nice. Let's close the gate.
Yeah, real cute with the strobes. Leave them off.
You're getting awful picky, Growler.
You need to clean this area up, too.
Would you get off my back?
You were not going to say back, were you?
No, I wasn't. Okay, let's just park this right over here for right now, out of the way. That's sort of perfect. Our little maintenance truck fits perfectly in the maintenance shed. And out of the way where we can still bring stuff in to do maintenance. Alright, before we get started on the fields and stuff, I wanted to go ahead and get our building done. Let's actually stand right here out of the way. I was looking through, I actually even added another building that we could use, but I think I overlooked one that is the one we really want. I think it's this one? Yeah. See, this is a through shed. See, it's got a door on this end. Gotta remember what key I'm using here. And a door on this end. So we'll be able to drive all the way through with it. I just need to get it lined up. I wish the lighting was a little bit better on this map. Actually, I'm using, because I've got the extended settings mod on here, which allows me to change several things. Actually, I think it's the dev tool mod. I think that's it. Maybe it is a different mod. I don't remember. And so I've got the lighting on here switched to what looked like better lighting, because the original lighting for this map was so dreary. Okay. So I think we'll put one right there. And then I'm just going to come straight over. Well, that wasn't straight over, but I'm going to try to get these lined up as best I can. That looks about right, I think. Okay, so we got 2 new sheds. Did I get them lined up reasonably? I did. We're going to need to redo the stuff around them, but... Oh. Okay. It's a noisy door. Okay, we got room on both sides to park stuff, and we can drive in and out, which means we could actually use the shed. Oh, it's like on a delay. It opens one side and then opens the other. But now we'll be able to actually park equipment in here. And now we've got plenty of room to park equipment in here too. So that's good. I like that. It's a little bit dreary having 2 identical sheds. I may regret that later on. But what are you going to do? All right, let's get the business started on here. Alright, so the harvest is done. We've got just, we're seeding and spraying fields right now. I did discover that with the sprayer, you can spray the field as soon as it's planted, and it'll just prevent weeds from growing, if they haven't grown already, which the middle field there they actually had. A couple of things that I've been looking at. One, I think we'd be sped up a little bit if our tipper was big enough to handle the entire, or at least nearly the entire capacity of the harvester. This isn't quite big enough, even the way it is. So I think we're going to get rid of it. Okay, let's find it here, right here. It's not worth much. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and get one just a little bit bigger. This one right here is 14,000. The harvester holds 14,500. So this will be able to pretty much just take care of it. Period. Right there. And that will that'll mean that, you know, the harvester won't start running again with still a couple thousand sitting in its tank. It might have 500 sitting in its tank at most, and that's it. So I think that was a good thing to do with that right there. Go ahead and park this over here. I just started using this spot. I moved some of the equipment into one of the sheds. There we go. Okay, so that's all set. As you can see, I've just been leaving the narrow tires on this because otherwise I keep forgetting. Then I go and spray the fields without it. Oop. Somebody's done. Oh, the 185 is done. We'll just shut him off right there for now. When the seeder's done with the other field, you can see this one, the weeds grew almost immediately. When the seeder's done over there, we'll start the 185 going on that one too. And that works out pretty well. I will want to upgrade to the horse at some point. And it'll probably be a lot better with these big fields. I didn't want to. Well, initially, I didn't want to spend that much money on a sprayer because those big sprayers are really expensive. But also the fact that they are really, the arms on them are really wide. And so I didn't want to muck with them when we had the small fields. But now that we just have these 3 big fields, that's a possibility. All right, now the next thing is here. The 185 is working great, so we don't need this. Let's go ahead and find it on here. There it is. And we'll go ahead and sell it. There we go. So that's gone. We don't need that anymore. I would love to be able to have something like the 185, except for solid fertilizer. That would be really great. Now, I could get a solid fertilizer spreader. Come here to crop protection. This John Deere right here. You can see it's got spray star. You can turn it to spread star, and you put a solid tank on here, and you can use this as a solid fertilizer spreader, which is all very well and fine, but it's $200,000, and I don't see the point of spending $200,000 on a solid fertilizer spreader at the moment. But we do have a couple other things that we need to look at. One, all right, I was about to say that our manure and slurry situation is getting a little out of control. But then I sort of got lost trying to figure out what to do about it. I actually ended up going to the sandbox and checking things out for a little while first. I was hoping that we could work out some way to transport the manure and the slurry to the biogas plant and sell it there, but apparently the biogas plant here doesn't have a sell point for manure and slurry, even though I know we're supposed to be able to in FS19. So that's out. So I guess even though we just don't get enough of either of these for it really to be worth it to use them to fertilize stuff. And I thought for a moment, oh, maybe I'll just use it to fertilize this. But right now my silo is full of hay. I have no reason to mow this grass again right now. So there's no point in fertilizing it. So I guess what we're going to do is we're just going to end up getting ourselves the equipment to spread fertilizer and slurry. We're going to do fertilizer first. I don't know if we're going to be able to do slurry at all. But I think what we could do, actually, we may end up getting rid of this truck after all, Growler.
What? Growler likes that old truck.
Yeah, well, there's a truck we can use to do the manure. I think. Where is it? I'm going to have to look for it from here, I think. Okay, what is this thing called again? Joskin cargo truck. I think I'm just going to have to go... Is it in trucks, maybe? Maybe it's in trucks. Here it is. Yeah, this guy right here.
That is a really goofy looking truck.
Yes, it is. And the brakes on it suck, I gotta tell you. But it is a dual-purpose device. It looks like an ITR thing, but I don't think it'll use regular ITR modules. It'll only use its 2 modules. One of them is a nice big fertilizer spreader. So it would be pretty good for spreading fertilizer on our fields, because we probably will only need one, I think just one trip per field. I think it holds enough to the whole field. But then it also has a tipper attachment. So we could use this the rest of the time as a tipper. And it would reduce the number of trips we need to make with that. So I'm guessing that we're going to go ahead and do this. So, got that. Now we're going to come here to the manure spreader. Find it. Here it is. Joskin cargo or manure spreader. And then we'll come back here. And somewhere here, among these zillion trailers we've got. Why do we have so many trailers, Growler?
I don't know.
I don't think that's it. No, it's an IT runner one. Here it is. Here's the Joskin. Yeah, 65,000. So it holds 3 times as much as the truck we have now. There. So that spent about half our cash. But yeah, now we've got this guy. So we don't need this anymore. I don't know if there's anything. I'm gonna move it for right now. I don't know if I can get rid of that back. If there's something we could repurpose it for, so we can keep the truck itself and just have it do something else, or if we're just gonna end up getting rid of it. But this is really doing this is pretty much the best option I could come up with for now.
You parked in a bush.
I noticed. But yeah, we can go ahead and use this thing to spread fertilizer. And I checked, and we can spread manure on the field before we plant. And then when we plant, that fertilization that it does will be our 2 levels of fertilization. So we won't have to go back the next day and fertilize again. So we won't need the fertilizer spreader when we're using manure. Sadly, we won't be able to do manure every day. In fact, I think we've got enough manure saved up right now to do 2 fields. So we can't even do both fields at the moment. But yeah, it's a good size manure. I think it's 65,000 too, just like the tipper. So I think that's just enough to do our largest field. But for right now, I think what we will do. That's so cool. It's like a harvester cab. I think what I will do is, this is what this is going to get used for. This is not gonna, it is gonna, nope, stop. Okay, we're not gonna be, we're not gonna be able to do that in here. Okay, this thing's gonna have to get parked out back, I guess. I'll figure out some place to store it at some point, but for now it's just gonna go right here. Okay, then we'll set it right here. And I'm just going to leave that thing out because we're going to use it in just a moment to pick up the tipper side. So when I do the next, after the next harvest, I'll use what manure we've got to go ahead and fertilize some of our fields, and that way we won't have to buy fertilizer for that round. Ooh. Yeah, and this thing has a great view when it's not hauling anything. Look at that view out the back. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Now pick it up. So yeah, the only bad thing about this is the brakes. The brakes are awful on it. Oh, it even has a little bitty passenger seat. That's cool. Okay. So hopefully this thing's not too big to deal with our to deal with our delivery routes. If I have to redo our delivery routes, I'll be unhappy, but it does have a much better turning radius, as you can see. You just have to be a little cautious on the brakes. Okay, so we've got our cargo truck. And the next thing I want to spend our money on, let's see. We might as well just go all out in protection today. So let's go ahead and get this. And I'm going to set it for spread star. Wheel setup. I think that's fine. That's the narrow tires. Oh, we can put a beacon light on it. Yeah, we will. I don't care about numbers. Okay, so we're going to get that one, because this is what I was just talking about. I figured, what the heck? We've got the money. I don't know what else to buy right now. We don't have enough to do slurry because we've got to get a really, in order to get a decent-sized slurry tank, one big enough for what we want, we're going to have a absolutely massive tractor. So, you know, that's 4940. Isn't that what we just got? Yeah, 4940. So here's our tipper. I don't want that to be silver. Let's make it green. There we go. Okay, if that's all our money, leaves us just enough money to do what we need to do. But then for when we don't have any fertilizer to spread, we'll use this guy. And we can get rid of the old spreader. Now I can also, and probably what I will do, is later on I'll get the sprayer attachment for this too. And then if we're going to do spraying, I can just switch it out. I'll take it into the shop and put the sprayer hardware on it, and there we go. We've got a big sprayer. And it'll get the fields done a lot faster than the one we're using right now. This will fit in here. So it's going right here. Okay. This is a cool beast.
You bought John Deere.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, that's cool. Did that actually, wait a minute. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, this also has the stairs come up and down. Yeah, when we get out, it puts us like right at the end of the stairs. That's hilarious. So yeah, and this is a huge tank, way bigger than what we've got now. So we will be able to do all 3 of our fields and probably more once we decide to get some more fields with that, and no problem at all. But so yeah, we've got our fertilization taken care of, at least partially upgraded. So I don't know if maybe next time we'll work on getting a slurry spreader. Like I said, we're going to have to get a big beefy tractor for that, and that's probably going to be $500,000 right there just for the tractor. So that'll be all our income from a couple of harvests right there. I realized after the fact that I absolutely forgot to show you the most important part of this. This guy. This is the way we get this out of here without having to use a front end loader, which I cannot stand the idea of jerking around with loading a wagon like this one little thing at a time. Obviously I can't do it while I'm mowing, but you know, for right now it's doing its thing. So I can leave that filling. I'm not going to be able to pick up this hay until afterwards, but the fact is I don't know what I'm going to do with this hay anyways. I guess I'm just going to put it straight in the cow shed, because as I said, the silo's full. I didn't even realize I'd forgotten to do that until I decided to go ahead and do the next harvest and realized, oh hey, guess what, I'm missing something. But this is doing its job. It's filling up nicely. Look at all that. Look at all that manure. Alright, but that is it for today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please remember to tickle that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Growler, why are you here?
Growler's time slot. Growler's here.
What do you mean your time slot? We don't like to do time slot things. It's like sometimes the weekends are yours, sometimes the Lance's. It's just, you know, it's the way it is. Alright, let's play.
Where's the arid Badlands? What's that stupid looking thing?
That's a robot.
What am I doing?
You're gonna be like an adventurer. They call them vault hunters.
What's the vault?
Well, it's supposed to have all sorts of good stuff in it. Or is it just me? You've been getting a little sun there, buddy.
Well, of course I've been getting a little sun. And on these islands forever. You keep making me get naked and start over again.
Well, it's good for you. You know, it builds character.